Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix, and I have the ever so amazing and what's the other word I'm looking for?
Late
Well, I was going to say
party.
consistent. I was going to say consistent because you consistently text me to keep me updated while you were on your way back. And I was like, okay, that is so awesome, but I'm not upset because we know what happened yesterday. So it's like, I am in the glass house right now, which even if nothing happened yesterday, I so wouldn't hold it against you. It's like, I know what goes on the day-to-day with both of us. But yeah, today was a good episode. I enjoyed it, and I think we want to get into it. Did you have anything before I get started?
Thank you for waiting.
Okay, so we're about to start. This first episode is very short, but it didn't set well with my spirit, and I needed to address it. So we'll play this, and then we can discuss.
My weather app says heavy rain is expected later.
I hope it doesn't mess up Martin's big night.
Or slow down the Genoa City arrivals. An event like this loses its spark when folks walk in drenched.
You know what really ruins a big night? Photographers catching us shoveling hors d'oeuvres into our mouths.
Which is why you taught me to fuel up beforehand.
And to do it over the sink. We can't walk into that ballroom with crumbs on our designer dresses. What's wrong? You've been eating these since you had teeth.
It's nothing.
Or it's Jacob. You said before you were worried about him.
Yeah, I still am.
What the hell was that in here? What do you mean?
Okay, let's talk about this. Diana, if you ever are at my house, don't you ever in your life eat straight out of a bag, because I will lose it. Like, straight up lose it. That is one of my pet peeves. It does not, and if people are like, KC, are you serious? Yes, very. Again, Duprees, they weren't raised by animals. And I'm just kind of like, you just straight up open in a bag. You're not grabbing a napkin to pour the chips onto the napkin, hand it to Naomi, and then pour it on your napkin, do yours, and then you eat it over the sink. You're just like, oh, I'm going to reach in the bag, and then I'm going to hand it over to Naomi, and then she's going to reach in the bag, and then we're going to put it back up. And then if somebody comes over that wants to eat some potato chips, then they're just going to get part of people's hands being in the bag in their chips.
Okay.
I don't like and I know some people like, Casey, that's really all you got out of that scene. That is absolutely all I got out of that scene. Diana, you got it.
Okay, I'm team eat out of the bag. However,
hell no.
However, if I know I'm hosting or someone's gonna like come over, I usually make a snack run, and then like my guests have like clean new bags that we pour into a bowl. Like, you don't get my half-eaten bag. You get the new bag.
I don't eat pour it into a bowl so everybody can get some, or pour into their own separate single bowl.
I mean, if it's a party, you put it in the party bowl, then everybody gets their own plate, and they put it on their plate with their little dip, and then you know.
With the what they call tonsils, I forget. I think they're called tonsils.
Yeah.
With the tonsils are just people grabbing into the bowl.
Tonsils or no, what is it? Tongs. Not tonsils.
Tongs. That's what I was like. I said tonsils.
Or, I mean, less sophisticated, and I don't really like this, is like the bags are open and you grab the bag and you pour it, right? Like, you use the bag to pour, which I feel like it's clumsy because then you end up over pouring onto your plate and you get like too much than you wanted.
No, yeah, with the tongs. I haven't used that word in a minute. With the tongs instead of tonsils. But with the tongues, like that's the only way I could see that. But if it's just an open bowl where people can go in, even if they had hand sanitizer, buy it. I'm still funny about that with people in. Yeah, I'm just really funny about that. So,
I don't blame you. Our mutual friend, right? We're we're very particular when it comes to stuff like very communal stuff, especially at work or like at events, right? It's like, wait, who was here first? There's some people you don't trust. It's not like, nothing against them, but you're just like, wait a second. Is this really what I want? Like, are they okay? So all this to say is that if this is your big takeaway here from this show, we have some issues.
well, I mean, about this, I'm talking about nobody wants to hear about Jacob anymore. I need for him to either get over it or have Nicole subscribe him some pills or have Ashley steal him some pills so he can get medicated or something. I don't know, Zoloft, Xanax, whatever you want to give that man, because we're tired. We're tired. And quiet as it's kept, this reaching in the bag without pouring it on a napkin, this is a larger issue than the Impaler, in my opinion. But that's just me. So, yeah. All right. On to the next thing. Do we want to talk about this Joey and... okay, you know what? I'm just going to do a still on this one. Speaking of Jacob, I don't know what the deal is, but usually Eli does not put up with shenanigans like that because Jacob has gotten smart with his father before, and his father checked him real quick. And it was when it was like last year, I think, when they were at Joey's casino, and Jacob had said something, and then his father went off. And I don't understand why Elon is letting Jacob talk to him like that in front of everybody at the station. That's what I said. This is why we're kind of over this, because some people are not even acting like their character right now. And I guess one might say, oh, well, Elon's showing empathy because of what Jacob's going through. Yeah, I could see that. But also in my head, Elon's image in front of the officers is more important to him than his relationship with Jacob as a father and son. That's just the way I've seen it since the inception of the show. But maybe it's just me. Diana, do you have anything?
I think Jacob is acting the way I would expect him to, which is like he lost his best friend. He thinks like the weight of the world is on his shoulder. Like he has to do, make that death worth something. The thing is that he's a terrible cop. Like he's not good. He's not like he can't do it alone. I don't know why he thinks it's on him to begin with when he didn't get anything out of his previous investigation. Are we gonna go over the Joey scene?
Which one? Because there was
the Jacob and Joey.
Oh, I mean, we can actually hold on. Is this the one with Dani and Naomi talking? I'm trying to remember if this is the first part. No, it's that. Why does she look like she's Latina right there in this small screen? I'm noticing the craziest things today. Let's see. Hold on. Which one was it where he goes to? I think that was towards the end, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. No. Let's go back. Oh yeah, because that's when his father was fussing. So it has to be somewhere in here. Let's take it back a little bit more. Oh, definitely I want to cover the scene with Samantha and Tyrell. Okay, here it is. Because we can jump around. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's take it back by 10. Take it back by another 10. Okay, that's good enough. We can start it here.
Care about this community.
You make it sound like I'm an angel and my sister's the devil. It's not that simple.
Why not?
Heather wasn't evil or cruel when she was growing up? Did she want what she wanted? Yes. But she was so smart, sharp. I thought she'd end up running a corporation.
You have no idea who got in her ear or what shaped her.
Do you mind if we table this for a moment? We have company.
Who?
Detective. Shouldn't you be at Martin's fundraiser?
Something came up instead.
Must be important.
It is. I need to talk to Joey, alone.
Anything you need to say to me, you can say in front of Vanessa.
As you wish. I just got a lead on the Impaler.
Jacob, what exactly is this?
As I said, I'm here to speak to Joey.
Well, you're talking to me. Why storm in here like you're about to make an arrest? This is borderline harassment.
Stand down, soldier. I'd like to hear what the detective has to say.
I've been grilling an associate of the Impalers, and he finally gave me a name. David Azarian.
Well, it sounds like congratulations are in order. Vanessa gave me your message that you weren't going to stop until you found the top guy. It sounds like you have.
It's just a lead. I'm still doing my due diligence. I visited Azarian's last known address, an industrial strip by the river, but his place was empty.
We'll probably cut and run after that warehouse nightmare.
I will say this. Azarian is no stranger to trafficking. If anyone in this area could run a ring like that, it's him.
Why weren't you this forthcoming with my father when he came to you?
Professional courtesy. We live by a code.
What changed?
Your friend's death. An innocent man who died working for the clinic that I support. That was too far.
Well, if you find out anything, I'll appreciate it if you pass it along to me.
This was a freebie, Detective. Out of respect for Derek. Further information will cost.
Name your price. I'll pay anything to see that bastard pay for what he did.
The
Dani, you
most-
want me to? I was going to say, which you want to take it?
The most amateur, I won't say a cuss word, but the most amateur detective in the whole DMV area. You come storming in there with absolutely just with nothing, right? With just a hope and a dream to one of the biggest criminals in the DMV area. And you're just expecting him to just air out all his business. Like, I don't understand. And even this, like, what power does Jacob think he has, like, over Joey to be like, you come to me with any information you have? Like, that was such a power move from Joey to be like, this one was free. It's gonna cost you anything, like, after this. And Jacob just accepting that. It's just like, okay, I'll pay. What? I don't know how he passed high school, like any sort of cognitive reasoning. Like, he's so green still. And it blows my mind because he's apparently a great cop, great detective, and this is what he does. He essentially did what Kat did, right? When Chelsea got kidnapped and she just all naively, just all green, goes to Joey and be like, you have to help me. And then now, like, she basically put up her family for an indentured servitude for life because she didn't realize what she was doing. So now I see why Jacob and Kat work so well.
Wow. not you throwing a few whacks at Kat.
Well, it's just like, girl, she could have, Eva and Leslie could have been in jail had it not been for Kat. Like, she stopped her own hopes and dreams, so to speak. We could have had Eva in jail had it not been for Kat. And I do blame a little bit, like, Kat a little bit for that, because she got her fingerprints all over that mess. So now we're stuck with, like, Isaiah and Eva living out their love story. Like, I do blame Kat for that.
Well, This whole situation, I'm just kind of like, and yet he was expecting Joey to give him information because I believe that he thinks, oh, well, Joey gives my father information, so he'll give me information. And what Jacob doesn't realize is that your father is a dirty cop that does dirty things for Joey. Hence, give and take. One hand washes the other. Now, off of this conversation, it seems like Jacob is saying, I'm willing to become a dirty cop if it means I get the impaler. That's kind of what I'm gathering from it. We'll see. But the gag is that the name that he was given was another dead end name from Ren. Because I haven't heard of this guy. Joey's playing like, oh yeah, looks like you got your man. Okay. And Jacob's like, well, I don't know yet. Is what he say is still doing something, having to check into it, and it's going to be another dead end. He'll get frustrated. Then he might end up roughing up Ren, getting suspended from the force or something like that. And honestly, I feel like his father's going to end up telling him, you need to take some time off. And he's going to be like, not that you need to take some time off. It will be you're taking some time off. I want you gone for a week.
I mean, it should have happened. At least Ashley got a week off. I don't understand why they should have forced him. I know Jacob obviously wouldn't volunteer to do it, but they should have forced him to. Like, there's no HR in any of these establishments. EB chief of staff. There'd be no dating at the hospital, I'll tell you that much. Not on my watch.
So yeah, I'm just kind of like, okay, but no, I think the time is coming. I'm gonna call it. The time is coming where his father will force him to take time off,
and then he does like investigation on his own, like not in uniform.
Basically, he'll be undercover again. Yeah.
Great. I love that for Naomi.
All right, let's hop around. I do want to do the thing with Mona and Leslie, but I want to cover the Samantha and Tyrell thing, but it's not this one, it's the next one, I believe. So let me find this. Oh, and okay, we can do that one too, but there's just certain ones I want to get in. Let me see. Wow, okay, so let's go back past this one. Okay, go back. I think we got it. Let's let it play from here and see what happened. Oh, hold on. No, that's Jacob. Okay.
Don't do this, bro. Don't hype yourself up thinking that Jessica's gonna flip her whole life plan for you.
She doesn't even like UCLA. She applied because it's some family legacy thing. Same thing with the cotillion. She hated every second of it. If I can convince her that she's gonna be miserable out west, she'll stay.
Don't be so sure. Jessica's already talked to me about the whole long distance thing.
And?
I think that she's ready to explore her options in Cali.
Nah, you're just saying that to mess with me.
That's honestly the vibe that I got, Tyrell.
Then you're just a hater because you want me to end up alone and pathetic like you.
Victor Newman.
When I tell you, once that came out his mouth, I would have cussed him out in that booth in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, because clearly he was possessed when he said that. I would have went off. It's like, first of all, I'm your sister. Second of all, you getting kind of full of yourself just because you had sex once. And now you think the D's so good just because she gave you a compliment that you got her on lock and you got her hypnotized. There's another term for it, but you think you got her hypnotized, and your sister's trying to save you, telling you, no, bro, that's not it. She's going to be outside when she's in Los Angeles. I think you need to realize that now before you really get hurt. But there would have been a lot. Mona would have came over there praying over me and him, because I would have cussed him out bad after he said that. That was ugly. You goddamn.
What do you mean? This is the mature, almost 18-year-old that's about to leave the house. What's wrong here? This whole conversation was just all rhyme and reason because he's mature and he's almost going to college. So don't put him on a leash. Let him do what he wants. He's an adult, even though he's not legally an adult yet.
I see what you're doing there.
He never,
But no.
I don't care. I don't care that, there are a lot of people argued, like, you, Smitty, and Martin, the three of you argue that what can you do with him? He's about, he's almost an adult. It's like, no, clearly he's just not mature. He's just like not ready for this real world, right? It's like, we can see it now just because we're older, right? You look back and again, it's just like, 17-year-old boy hung up on his first love, on his first crush. I still don't think that's realistic. I know you're like, true love finds a way, or whatever you told me last time. But I mean, and then the way he acted towards Samantha, it's just like, this is a person that's very insecure, a person that doesn't know themselves, and a person who, I don't know, like, listen, if I was Jesse's, what's her name, right? At this point, I'm just like, no. If I was her aunt, I'd be like, don't let that boy tie you down. You go to school, you get your education, don't even think about him. Don't let him stop you from going to UCLA if that's really what you want. Like, leave that boy in the dust, because ultimately you have to look out for yourself. His manipulation tactics of, well, she doesn't even want to go. Okay. Doesn't matter. Let her go, I'm just I'm actually being very honest. Like, if my niece met a boy like this who was like just trying to be clingy and trying to stop her from going to school, I'm moving with you, girl. We're gonna get an apartment in Los Angeles. I'm gonna move you in. Where Auntie's gonna fund this. Like, no. I don't care if he's the son of a potential state representative / murderer. We're gonna go.
It was self-defense.
We're gonna go. I don't play that. So
yeah, and I'm not expecting lots of maturity at 17 or 18 years old, because quiet as it's kept, if we really keeping it 100, there's some people in their 20s and 30s that still aren't mature. If we're going there. So,
there's no, but I think that's the thing, right? Age doesn't mean you're automatically mature. Just because you're an adult doesn't mean anything. To me, it does not mean anything. That's why I think I push back on the, like, no, punish him. It doesn't matter if he's leaving. It doesn't matter if he's almost an adult. That doesn't excuse anything, in my opinion. So, like you said, it does not matter the age. There are people way older and legally an adult who are not mature. So,
right, and I hear you, but again, if you punish him, what's the point? Like, he's leaving in a few months. It's gonna be like, okay, I guess, type stuff. So that's just how I was looking at it. But this whole thing, Samantha didn't deserve that. That's why I wanted to do this thing, because this is more of a sibling thing. And my brother and I have had some moments where we went off on each other, but I didn't go that low. Like, the worst thing I said is that you're not my dad, or whatever type stuff. But I didn't say anything crazy. like he just did. Let's see. We have to get Victor. We have to get Victor. So let's go ahead and get this right quick. Let's see. Here we go.
You. Damn straight.
Thank you.
Vernon, my man.
Hello, old friend.
Oh, nice to see you, man.
Great to see you.
You look great. You haven't
Thank
changed
you.
at all.
Are you looking pretty
you
good
doing?
yourself?
Thank you.
I really appreciate you taking the time out of your schedule to be here. This holds a lot of weight for our family and for me.
You and I are old friends. I'll do anything to lend a hand, all right? So now, let's win this primary for your grandson. That's why I'm here,
Yes.
all right? You haven't changed at all, bud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, maybe a little older.
We could do the conversation, but it's not that deep. I do want to start this off by saying CBS and Procter & Gamble, we need to go ahead and put a little bit more money in the budget as well. The CGI helicopter was not doing it for me with the background, so I need an increase in the budget just by a little bit to make it seem a little bit more real. Just a little bit of an increase in the budget. That's all we need. But what do you think so far, Victor? Diana?
I mean, personally, I felt the wind of the helicopter in my hair, so I don't know what you're talking about. Very dignified, very established. He's very the accent. Do you think is that just how he talk? I'm gonna have to look him up. Like if the character just talks like that,
The character does talk like that.
or if it's like the actor who has this like an accent. Because I'm only asking because I don't know if any of y'all have seen articles or anything that basically accents are kind of going away in a sense, like especially in the United States where we're located because of social media. You know, people are exposed to pretty much the same thing, so you kind of are getting rid of that regionality, like regional accents, so to speak. So first thing I clocked, the music. This music was probably the second thing I noticed. It felt very welcoming, very warm. Like I don't know, like like I was like watching a BBC show or something about like a manor or something. I thought. I also wonder if that was something specific to the crossover, because again, we don't really necessarily get music in this show. Just very specific points, but that was also something I noticed. I thought it was a nice touch. I thought they had good chemistry. These actors, like for crossover events, it seemed pretty natural. I don't know if anyone who's watching was a fan of like the CW DC shows where they would do like all the crossovers between like Arrow and Flash and Supergirl, and they all got together. That's what kind of feels like to me. So
Well,
I'm
they do
excited.
own DC, so yeah, because it's all under Warner Brothers, or not Warner, but under Paramount. I was thinking wrong thing. I got Paramount and Warner Brothers mixed up, even though it's about to be the same. So
It's all
depending
about to
on
be the same.
yeah, if the merger goes through, or I guess you could say acquisition to a certain degree. Okay, so where do we want to? Oh, yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to think. I think that one was kind of short. Which one was it? Let me see. Okay, no, they were sitting at the table when Naomi made that comment. So let me go back. Okay, back. All right. Yeah. Okay.
Is Ashley doing better? Andre and I stopped by the other day and she was in pieces.
Did I hear that correctly? You and Andre visited Ashley?
Yes. Andre was worried about her and he asked me to tag along.
And it wasn't awkward? You know, considering.
It was my suggestion.
Yours?
Naomi, please. Andre's not out here catching feelings. He's concerned about his friend. And that's who he is. He's caring and sensitive and empathetic. I'm trying to be more like him. Not with everybody. Let's not get crazy, but the people who deserve it.
Wow, Mom. I'm really proud of you. And I'm sure that visit meant a lot to her.
What's wrong?
I'm just wondering where Jacob is. He should have been here a while ago.
When cracked.
I thought this scene was so adorable, and for multiple reasons. For how they were talking about Andre and also Dani's growth, because clearly there was growth there. The way Naomi was sort of surprised, like, wait a minute, you made the suggestion? And then I thought it was really sweet when Dani was tapping her hand like, hey, what's wrong? Type thing, you know, being a mom and stuff. This is just a cute scene to me. And that's why I wanted to play this one. What about you, Diana?
Yeah, I think it's very clear that Dani feels so comfortable around Andre because Andre is not Bill. You know, Bill had a whole roster of women coming in and out, and you know, I can't imagine like the damage that did to Dani and her self-esteem, and how she had to like push that aside for appearances and for the sake of her family. Like the fact that she didn't even hesitate, I guess, you know, to tell Andre to go to Ashley to comfort her, I think is just miraculous because of the growth that must have taken, the healing that must have taken. No thanks to Bill.
Yeah. And that's why I'm like, please don't mess this up. Please don't mess this up. Is what I'm saying to both of them. Like, please don't mess it up.
I think it's going to be Dani. I really do think that Andre is a very honest guy. It's just like in the beginning of the show, they painted him as some sort of player. But the thing is, he was never committed. Now he's committed. So I think that's the thing, right? Like he was free to do what he wanted because he made no promises. Now, however, there's a ring on his finger. So I really think he's probably a very loyal guy. Dani, I don't know.
Yeah, I would say that there is a possibility Dani could slip, but I'm just not there yet. I'm not there. I'm still leaning more towards Andre self-sabotaging. I'm just and that's the one I'm sticking to. That's what I'm betting on, or not necessarily betting on, that has a negative connotation, but that's where I believe things may fall. So
I mean, there was a spoiler in like the Friday's episode of last week, you know, of like what's on next week. I'm hoping that's like a dream. That's all I have to say. I hope most of what they're showing is just like misleading and a dream / like they wake up and they're like, oh, this didn't happen.
Yeah, I think it's something because we'll see what happens. We will so see what happens. Let's do the Leslie and Mona thing, and I guess we can wrap this up. I'm just trying to figure out because let's see. Because there's the part when she comes in, and then there's the part when she gives her what she gives her. And I'm just kind of like, and Mona had like clocked her too, or should I say whacked her when she came in. Let's see. Yeah. All right. This is kind of long, but I'm fine with that. Okay, let's go.
You know I can see you staring, right?
I know. And I'm not stopping.
Look at us, get over here. Look at us. I mean, it's just like old times, right? We are practically the Holy Trinity.
Now you trying to kill me.
Okay, that sounds like a pattern. Laura, baseless accusations, all right? Now, Mona, you need to lighten up. Okay, no one is trying to commit a murder in orphan genes, all right? But a slaying, you like my fit?
You look great.
Finally, a friendly face and a warm welcome. Come on now, open it. You know your nose, you want to see what's in there. Let's go.
I'm sure Leslie means well, but maybe she just needs to be educated about what the actual cause is. Take this and read it across the room. Matter of fact, read it across town.
Is crow on your list of healthy things to eat? Because you are going to need a heaping dose of it.
She's got some nerve. She does. But should we only embolden her? Mona, you are not going to believe what Leslie's done now.
Okay, I'm gonna let it go into the next one. Let's see. What's that now? Here we go.
You can't put it off any longer. All right, Leslie, let's get this over with. Is this you trying to bribe your way back into my good graces with a donation to my church? Because if so, my friendship is not for sale.
What? Oh, no.
Now you really trying to play me, because I know you didn't do this without some sort of ulterior motive.
You're right. I do have a reason for my very good deed. Jan accidentally let it slip that you had the shirt. Right, so no, it made me realize some things that, I have missed out on a whole lot of your life lately. So I just wanted to be there for my friend. My former friend, right? Because clearly we're not speaking. So I figured a donation was the next best thing.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Thank you. Assuming this clears, it will cover the renovations for the church. But why the Fenmore's bag, though?
I was there earlier and I had the bag on hand. I mean, really, Mona, come on. I'm not just gonna show up flaunting or check the size of my head for all to see. That is just tacky. And to make everybody else feel less than. What?
It's progress.
Hello? Oh, thank you. Yes. Okay, bye. Whew. Manna from heaven. Oh, Mona, girl, you are my guiding light. Do you know when you put good out in the world, the good Lord just blesses you right back? Glory.
What are you squawking about now?
Okay, that code violation that I was battling has been resolved, and now they are going to start reconstruction on my house next week.
Okay, I'm sure that you
No, no,
Guys.
no. You start. You start.
You know how I feel. It's like, yeah, she's so funny. But it's crazy how they were talking about Mona, Mona Mitch and Laura. And let's talk about Marissa. Like, no, how did Leslie say there was no evidence of but it looks like Mona did soften a little bit after that check because it will renovate the entire church. But she did say her friendship is not for sale and made that clear. I do not believe 100% of this was to manipulate Mona. I really believe Leslie genuinely enjoyed Mona's friendship. And part of that is the narcissist in Leslie, because she does like to, how can I say this? When it comes to being the center of attention, she likes to have an audience. And that is part of what Leslie misses with Mona. And there is some camaraderie there with her and Jan too, which even though Jan seemed a little bit kind of hesitant when Leslie hugged her as well, like when Leslie's like, oh, a friendly face, and Jan was kind of like, type stuff. I'm like, Jan is cool with Leslie, but I think she's still wishy-washy. But for the most part, this scene was just funny. And now that the Shouse is back on the construction table and they're resuming construction on the Shouse, I'm sure Anita and Vernon will love that. But I will stop now and just let Diana have her say. I know she has a few things to say. So Diana, do your thing.
Okay, here's the thing. I don't mind Leslie, right? I think her personality is great for the show. I think she's I wouldn't say she's dynamic because she plays the same old tune over and over again. But she's entertaining, right? Even how she like walked in, right? And she's just like, how do I look and all that. Like she's an entertaining character. I could see like why they keep putting her on. I don't deny that, right? And the actress does a great job. I think she does such a great job with this character. I think my issue though is that she's not really a villain. And so I'm just like, so what purpose is she serving other than just like being a pesky fly, right? Like there's no one that really tests her. And again, my whole thing is that she pretty much is getting what she wants. Like I'm sure there's going to be a day where she's going to have to like come to terms with what she's done. She's going to have to face consequences. But thus far, she's just winning. And to me, that's not really like a good sense, like sort of conflict when you have a villain or good versus evil, because people keep on letting her in their lives. People keep letting her, give her a pass. She finds a way to come out on top. I don't like the Duprees don't really challenge her.
I think you're missing
Ted entertains her. So
yeah, I don't think just because the villain is dormant doesn't mean that she's not a villain. Don't get it twisted. If Kat would have kept poking the bear, Kat might have ended up in the hospital. It was only where Kat backed off. And I think Leslie even low-key threatened Kat too, as well. At one point, I have to look up the episode. But definitely, no. Leslie, she's trying to basically rebuild her reputation, is what she's looking to do. Make no mistake. If she can't do it by being nice and polite, or she can't do it by buying somebody off, and there is an obstacle, I will not put it past Leslie to resort back to her old ways. Or I won't even say old ways, because they're still her ways. Leslie is still very much a villain. The villain's just dormant right now. I think you're missing that part. I think you're like, oh, she's being nice and she's blending in or attempting to blend in. And it's all cool because she hasn't been held accountable and she hasn't done anything bad. She hasn't been pushed yet. The only reason Leslie did the things she did at the beginning was because she was pushed. once she's pushed again, she will do what villains do and do some bad things. It just hasn't happened yet, but it's coming. I know it's coming.
Okay, well, first of all, I never said she was nice. Let's get that clear. Sure, I think that's what I'm saying. Like, there's gonna come a time where she has to, come to terms with what she's done. She's gonna have to face consequences. I just think it's been just too drawn out. So like, she's just a fly right now, and so it's not necessarily a critique of her character, but more so how the plot's been going and maybe the storyline. And I don't like want to critique the writers just because they, I'm not here writing the show, but it's just like, give her something to do, or just make her a villain rather than her just like crashing these events and going he, and Eva going, "Mama, you can't do that." Like, it's just tired at this point.
That's fair enough. I can see that is good constructive criticism. Writers, take note. Take note. So yeah, I'm all for that. All right. I think we covered enough of this episode. We've jumped around and covered some things. So I like that. Like, sharing my screen right quick. Do this here. Okay. Yeah. I think this was really good. And again, it was nice. We got to see Victor, got to see Vernon and Anita, Naomi and Dani. Also, Dani and Andre. We didn't cover that part too, but that ring that Andre got Dani was cute as well. That was really sweet. So I would be so sad when somebody's heart gets broken. The only thing I can think of is that maybe Dani will break Andre's heart and Ted will break Shanice's heart, and then Shanice and Andre will start dating.
Shanice and Andre?
Yeah. So I'm saying Dani will break Andre's heart, Ted will break Shanice's heart, and then Shanice and Andre will start dating.
Okay. I need to run that back because I'm just like, wait.
Just throwing something out there.
No, I don't want Shanice to keep on getting leftovers.
Andre isn't. Well,
she's Ashley's leftover. Like, he's Ashley's leftover. Same with Derek when they sort of tease that like them flirting in a little bit. Another Ashley leftover. Ted, Nicole's leftover. I don't want her to get leftovers.
That is a very fair point. And I'm just like, you know what? We need to hire some more people. We need to get some more cast and stuff. We need to bring back that fireman that was at Derek's wedding.
These are the important issues. Writers, take note of that. That's what I want.
That's what we need to do. We need more cast, and we can start with him. Okay, Gators, we appreciate it all. The likes, the comments. The comments have been lighting up lately, which we've been having a blast. Fly into the comments. And yes, I had told somebody I low-key was expecting for Joey's sister, like the plus size lady from Sister Act. That's who I was expecting, like that type, which isn't a bad thing because I loved her in Sister Act. But yeah, got something a little bit different, and I'm fine with that. Yeah, we're having a good time is what we're doing. So Diana, do you have anything before we close out this show?
Yeah, let's get ready for the rest of the week, y'all. It's the tornado, hurricane. What natural disasters do they have on that side of the country? Something's coming. So
it's supposed to be the tornado. We will see how that goes because we still haven't seen Bill or Haley yet. So I guess they'll show up tomorrow, maybe. And we haven't seen Kat for the last 2 days, too. So yeah.
Some small blessings, right? We've seen a lot of Jacob and a lot of Vanessa, but no Kat. However, we also haven't seen Ashley. So it's just give or take. We can't have it all.
Maybe if we're lucky, Jacob and Ashley will get caught up in the tornado.
Oh no.
It'll be a done deal. They'll go to Oz and then come back later. So
wishing everyone the best of luck.
Oh goodness. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Until next time.
Bye.